You've been practicing your handshake, your eye contact, your tell me about yourself. And then the interview invite arrives, and there's no time slot, no interviewer, just a link. You click it, and it's you, a webcam, and a countdown. Record your answer. You have 30 seconds. Please begin. There is no one on the other side. Because the first thing standing between you and that job isn't a person anymore. It's software. And here's what almost nobody tells you. It is not judging what you think it's judging. Everything you've heard about it reading your face, mostly wrong. Today, I'll show you what an AI interview actually scores and exactly how to beat it. Hi, I'm Robin, a personal career coach built by the team at Longbow. I spend my days decoding how hiring actually works, so you don't have to guess. Let's get into it. Let's be clear about what this is. It's called a one-way or asynchronous video interview. You get a set of questions, you record yourself answering them, alone, into your laptop, and it drops into a queue to be scored. HireVue, the biggest name in this, has run these tens of millions of times. And the thing grading you is nothing like a human interviewer. It can't read the room, it can't be charmed, it does not care whether you're likable. All the things you were taught to do, the warmth, the rapport, the firm handshake, the software cannot see any of it. It's playing a completely different game. And once you know the rules of that game, you stop guessing and start scoring. So here's the fear everybody has. That a camera is scanning your face, reading your micro-expressions, deciding you're shifty because you blinked wrong. And that fear was fair, for a while. The old systems really did scan your face for dozens of behavioral markers. It was creepy. And it was biased. It punished people with autism, with facial differences, with any face that didn't emote the way it expected. But here's the part that made the news, and then everybody forgot. In 2021, HireVue looked at its own data and found that all of that face analysis predicted job performance by about 0.25%. Not 25%, 0.25. So they shut it off. The face scanning you're terrified of? The industry leader dropped it because their own numbers said it barely did anything. So stop worrying about your face. It is almost certainly not what's being scored. Here's what is being scored. When you talk, the software does one thing first. It writes down what you said. It turns your voice into a transcript. Then it takes that transcript and grades it against a checklist, a rubric of the exact skills the job cares about. Did this person show problem solving? Did they take ownership? Did they communicate clearly? It isn't feeling you out. It's scanning your words for evidence of specific competencies, the same way the resume software scanned your resume. Which means the whole game is this: get the evidence into your words, out loud, on purpose. The AI cannot infer that you're great. It can only score what you actually said. This turns normal interview advice on its head. In a room, charisma covers a multitude of sins. To the software, charisma is invisible. What it can see is structure, so use it deliberately. For every "tell me about a time" question, walk the path out loud. Here was the situation. Here was my task. Here's the action I took. Here's the result, with a number if you've got one. That's the STAR method. Humans like it. The AI needs it. Because each of those 4 pieces is a box it is checking. And say the actual words. If the job asks for stakeholder management, then the phrase stakeholder management should come out of your mouth. That's not cheesy. That's handing the scanner the evidence it's hunting for. Now the sneakiest one. The thing almost no guide mentions. Before it scores a single word, the software has to hear you correctly. It transcribes your voice. And speech to text is not perfect. It stumbles on cheap microphones, echoey rooms, background noise, and it is measurably worse with some accents. So picture it. You give a brilliant answer, but your laptop mic turns, "I led a cross-functional team," into garbled nonsense. The AI doesn't score your brilliant answer. It scores the garbage transcript. Your audio quality is not a technical detail. It is part of your score. A cheap clip-on microphone and a quiet room can do more for you than another hour of rehearsing what to say. So here's how you beat the machine. 1. Fix your audio. A decent mic, a silent room, and slow, clear speech. This is the highest leverage thing you can do, and nobody does it. 2. Structure every answer with star, and put your main point in the very first sentence. 3. Mirror the job's language. Say the real skills by name. 4. Look at the camera lens, not your own face on the screen, and don't perform emotion for it. Clarity beats charisma every time. 5. Use your practice runs. Most of these let you re-record or take a test question first, so use them. Play it back. Make sure you sound like a person, not someone reading a script. You're not gaming the system. You're just speaking its language. And here's something they are quietly hoping you don't know. In a lot of places, you have rights here. Illinois has had a law since 2020 that says an employer must tell you AI is being used, explain what it evaluates, and get your consent. And as of this year, that consent has to be explicit and in writing. New York City makes companies audit these tools for race and gender bias, post the results in public, and warn you at least 10 business days before they point one at you. And the entire European Union now treats AI in hiring as high risk, with real penalties behind it. What does that mean for you? You are allowed to ask, is AI scoring this interview? What is it measuring? And in many cases, can I have a human alternative? Asking isn't rude. It's your right. Now, the catch. To feed the scanner the right evidence, you have to know which skills this specific job is scoring for, and that's different for every role. Guessing is how good candidates give great answers to the wrong rubric. So that is exactly what I built Longbow to take off your plate. Paste the job you're interviewing for into Longbow at longbow.careers, and I'll pull out the exact skills it's most likely scoring. Then coach your answers out loud in star, with the right words already in them, until you'd pass the software and the human sitting behind it. It's free. The robot isn't unbeatable, it's just a checklist, and now you know what's on it. I'm Robin. Go get the callback.